Whenever she turned off the lights, a shadowy figure would appear, but when she turned the lights back on, the figure would vanish without a trace. The woman tried flipping the switch several more times, but suddenly, she hurried to find her boss right away. She told him there was something terrifying in the back room, but her boss refused to believe what she was saying. He told her to just go home and get some rest. But when the boss was about to head home himself, he heard a strange sound coming from behind him. He walked over curiously to see what it was, only to find a figure crouching in the distance. At that moment, the figure slowly began to stand up, and then the lights suddenly went out. When the lights came back on again, the figure had already appeared right in front of him. Before he even had time to react, the figure suddenly disappeared once more. He sensed danger and immediately ran away, but the figure had no intention of letting him go. The terrified boss looked down at his own legs and discovered 2 fresh wounds on them. He lifted his head and looked straight ahead. To his shock, the figure had appeared once again. But at that moment, the boss realized something. The figure seemed too afraid to come any closer. He figured it must have something to do with the light. So the boss quickly ran back to his own office. He thought that would be enough to keep him safe. But unexpectedly, something went wrong with the electricity. He found himself plunged into darkness once again. Then, the door right in front of him was pushed open. He carefully observed his surroundings. Suddenly, he was dragged away by a powerful force. After the boss had died, strange things began to happen at his home as well. His wife appeared to be talking to someone, but the son noticed there was no one else in the room except his mother. What was even more bizarre, the boy also caught sight of that terrifying ghostly figure. The boy was so frightened. He ran as fast as he could back to his own bed. Suddenly, the lights in the living room were turned off. The boy was too scared to make a sound. Then someone kept knocking on the door outside. In the end, the boy spent the whole night in fear. The next day, the boy asked his sister to come back home. But as soon as the boy walked through the door, he spotted that terrifying figure once again. However, when night came, the sister who was sound asleep suddenly heard the sound of a knife scraping across the floor.